Welcome back to yet another video about Stellaris. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be walking you through to something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more micromanagey when it comes to Stellaris. We're not going to be talking about the macroeconomics of our empire in space. No, we're going to be looking at this little world down here. What is so interesting about this little world that is sitting on the outskirts of my empire? Well, on this world there is a primitive civilization. It's currently in the industrial age. So what are we going to be doing with this, you ask? Well, we're going to go and take a look at what our options are when it comes to interacting with this species. Now, in the end, we're going to go and try to get them ready for entering into the society that is our galactic empire. However, first we're going to be walking everybody through about what we can actually do in terms of influencing their society as a whole. Now, considering they are currently in an industrial society, it means that we have 4 options available to us. If we have a more primitive society, there's only 3 of them available. However, considering this is an industrial society, we have one more thing available to us, which is very interesting for our purposes. First of all, we could go for some passive observation. If you've ever watched any of the Star Trek episodes where the Federation is basically looking at these aliens, and all of a sudden Data goes rogue, and then he ends up in that society. Yeah, that's basically what's with this. Then we got our aggressive observation, which is basically, hey, we're going to probe every single orifice that you have, whatever alien you are, and we get a little bit more science out of that as well. Then we've got technological enlightenment, where we can lift them up to a technology level, be the benevolent species to bring them into our society in a little bit more friendly way. Think about kind of like the TV show V, I guess, without all the negatives. However, if you really want to make things interesting, we go with this option. The covert infiltration. Agents are genetically modified to appear as members of the native population and sent to infiltrate their society. They will gradually replace world leaders and prepare the planet for annexation by us. This complex operation is only worthwhile on an industrial civilization. Well, the good thing that we have an industrial civilization right here. It will cost us 5 energy and 5 society points a month. So let's give it a go, shall we? So we've started our society change here. Now, for the sake of this little video, I'm going to go and fast forward everything, just to make sure that we can actually speed things up, because this is very much like a Crusader Kings-esque event chain that happens with all the positives and negatives that can occur in those. Like, something can go wrong, something can go very, very right. Maybe we are discovered. Maybe some sort of plucky fox-esque character and his redhead companion will try to stop us. Who knows? And that is the mystery that is ahead of us. Let's go and take a look at what is possible here. Let's unpause the game. But before we do that, Nordak 1 is a cute name, sure, but I don't think it's particularly relevant for this little playthrough. I'm going to call them the Xeno Scum because it feels more appropriate. There we go. Yes, I just completely renamed a planet the Xeno Scum. There's a good reason for that. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's fast forward a little bit until our first events start picking up here. Alright, we've managed to come across our first little event chain here. It's Phase 1, the Xeno Scum, Phase 1 infiltration. Our initial infiltration cells have landed on the Xeno Scum, but they have been having some difficulty establishing their new identities. There have been several incidents in which cell members were exposed as aliens, necessitating the immediate termination of all witnesses. This has brought unwanted attention from the Gagassi authorities, requiring our operatives to stay low for a while. Unfortunately, this will result in a slight delay in the operation. So right now we will have a minus 20% modifier on our progress. Now our progress is actually listed here if we go into the observation post. We actually had a full setback on our workflow. We were at 20%. Our progress has been reset to 8, and it's 2 plus 2 a month. And as you can see, we are pretty much moving at the speed of light here in terms of moving ourselves forward. And the Xeno Scum themselves have tried to figure out what we were actually doing with their population. It's not looking too good with that, but we can try to figure out, try to make sure that is no longer going to be a problem. We have to make some measures here. Right now, it is very limited. You start your mission, your covert infiltration, and the random events start popping up. There's really no guidance or decisions that I've seen at this moment. Then again, I have not really moved forward beyond this point. This is actually the first time that I execute this beyond the first stage of the infiltration. So we'll see how that all pans out. But I am looking forward to see what is actually going to happen once we've infiltrated their society and get them ready for annexation. Thank you there, System Survey. That's always nice to see. The system is... no, it's alright. There's actually a habitable world there. It's an ocean world. Nothing really interesting. But I'm going to fast forward again until we get to another event that pops up. And we will take a look at how that all pans out. So... we'll be right back. Let's fast forward again. All right, here we are once again. The Xeno Scum, Phase 2, Usurpation. Usurpation? I don't know exactly how to pronounce that one. Our covert operations. Our covert operatives on Xeno Scum are now member of the thousands, spread out across all the major nations on the planet. The most successful cell members have managed to reach leading positions in government from which they are able to influence and help along the careers of our other agent. Excellent. So we're moving along here with our infiltration of their society. Let's hope that nothing else comes up. We're about halfway through on the progress bar here with our infiltration. I kind of find it interesting. This is the progress bar is a bit of a... it's a bit of an indicator on how far the infiltration has gone. It can be set back when due to random events that pop up, say there is like a war or something along those lines. However, at the moment, it's not really an indicator. It's also an indicator of time, obviously, but it's more of a general thing to see how far you've come along in your infiltration. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if another event pops up, and then we'll take it from there. It is time. The Xeno Scum, Phase 4, Annexation. After achieving complete domination over the Gagasi political leadership, our infiltration cells have successfully paved the way for the arrival of our first contact unit. In a lavish ceremony held at the new planetary capital, a diplomatic envoy graciously accepted a petition signed by every world leader on a Xeno Scum, calling for the planet's immediate annexation into the Institute. Jubilant citizens are crowding in the streets, cheering at their new alien benefactors. Compliments to all the infiltration cells and a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found ourselves at a new world. The Xeno Scum is an arid world, and these are our new citizens. They are currently, they're relatively decent. They are all running like on primitive farms and stuff like that. Can we replace all of those? Yes, we can. Time to upgrade this place. Drag, remove all the malices from the planet. Upgrade it for our great society. And on top of that, we're going to go and do something with this planet. We're going to add the land of opportunity to it, which means that the migration attraction will increase by 100%. Once that is done, we will remove these aliens from this world and claim it as our own. And also, considering they are no longer the Xeno Scum and part of our empire, I think we need to rename this planet to something a little bit more appropriate. Yeah, that'll do. That's perfect. All right, that wraps up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit shorter than usual. Right now, the whole covert infiltration of society is rather limited. There's not much to do at the moment, but I'm sure in the future there will be some sort of thing that will increase the possibilities there, as well as mods, of course. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. Matt out.